Hey guys, what's up? So today we've got an AmTran school bus sales brochure. You can see it's got bees on the front of it. It says you can learn a lot about how to build a school bus from these little fellas. And you can see bees with the honeycombs. And then you got the AmTran logo down at the bottom. Now opening up, we've got a consistent product, a serious work ethic, concern for the young of the species. At AmTran, it all comes naturally, and it's just a bigger view of the bees on the honeycomb. Right here, we've got a cutaway of an AmTran body, which is awesome because I grew up riding AmTrans like the, well, not exactly like this. In this picture, you can see like the older style Ward body, but either way, it's practically the same, just a few differences. But right here, like what this cutaway shows is pretty much what I saw. Like ours had brown seats. The only difference is ours had high headroom. It's kind of hard to tell if this cutaway is high headroom. I mean, the windows look tall, but I don't know. That could just be the picture. But either way, that's the cutout. It's pointing out. Let's see. Polyurethane paint is brighter, lasts longer. Coated wiring is easily accessible with all connections behind removable wall panels. See page 7. All AmTran bus bodies are built with single bow frame construction to improve roof fit and finish. See page 8. And we got optional plywood subflooring adds strength and durability. Metal floor sections are joined using a special technique developed by AmTran to make the bus floor flush and square. And then improved seat-to-wall squareness. New seat pulling equipment ensures tight seat covering. And over here, it's that picture of the bodies. Let's see, it looks like you got two conventionals and then a transit behind them. My best guess is that's probably a rear, an RE, but it's kind of hard to tell. And then you have another conventional behind that transit. At AmTran, we've been as busy as the proverbial bees. We've been building school bus bodies since 1933. You might suppose that in all the years since we'd have learned a few things about how to build a better school bus body. You'd be right. Our main production line utilizes a moving conveyor system unique in the industry. From end to end, our main assembly building stretches 1/2 mile. New plant improvements make it one of the most advanced school bus manufacturing facilities in the world, and it's all for one reason: the children who ride on an AmTran bus. So moving on, you've got the picture of a bus body. Looks like they're putting in the wheel wells up there at that point, which makes me think this is probably some kind of transit because there's wheel wells here and wheel wells there. But anyways, let's see what we've got over here. We started at the floor and worked our way up. It took a massive investment in new machinery, but we found a better way to manufacture school bus flooring. The old way, working in a pit underneath the bus chassis, workers joined multiple sections of flooring with conventional welding techniques. This was tiring, dirty work. Solution: turn over a new leaf, literally. Now we build our floor assemblies in an inverted position, which I might add is still done by IC to this day. Where our people can do the job easier. And here's the AmTran exclusive, a proprietary MIG welding method that results in a stronger weld than the traditional overlapped method. Lighter too, in fact. Using our new floor construction techniques, AmTran is now able to produce a floor that's not only stronger, but that is also up to 200 pounds lighter. That saves fuel. Compared to the floors produced by our major competitors, AmTran's new floors offer greater longitudinal shear strength. And because our floors are more perfectly square, overall fit and finish, including interior panels, of the bus is greatly improved. Right there you've got a picture of the wiring that's color-coded and ready to go in the bus with the connectors and stuff. Improved wiring systems. There's nothing tougher and more frustrating than trying to track down electrical system gremlins. You can have a bus in the shop for days. Fortunately, relief is in sight. At AmTran, we heartily endorse the recommendation of the Automotive Society of Engineers, which seeks to standardize numbering and color schemes for all automotive wiring. And we've done more than endorse it. We have now fully implemented it in all of our new buses. So troubleshooting electrical systems is easier and quicker than ever. We also employ a unique crimping technique that helps connectors stay tightly fastened and makes connections that last. Plus, all of our wiring connections are placed behind removable wall panels for easy access. The result? Your AmTran buses spend less time in the shop and more time on the road. So on the next page, you've got a picture showing the windows, and I would assume this is a new window design at the time, since they were getting ready to switch over to the newer AmTran body, which you'll see what I mean on the back. So stronger from the inside out. At AmTran, we know a good idea when we see one. That's why, like most manufacturers, we've gone to one-piece body build construction. The result? Fewer joints to work loose. A stronger bus body. We've also changed the way we build the sides. Instead of 2 pieces and 2 different gauges of sheet metal, we now use a continuous 20-gauge steel panel. This unitized construction makes for a lighter, less expensive body. It also helps keep dust on the outside of the bus, where it belongs. Speaking of dust, we've also improved sealing around the entry door, and the doors themselves are easier to operate, a feature much appreciated by drivers. Passenger windows, too, are designed and built better. The whole window assembly sits on a lip provided by flanges at the bottom. Very same windows in this bus that I'm on right now. At the vertical edges of the window, retaining screws and large washers hold everything in place. Windows fit more tightly and can still be removed easily. You'll find an all-new design for the so-called end caps. Used to be, these were large expanses of sheet metal 6 to 10 inches deep. There was just no way to get a perfectly curved fit. Until now, that is. The new AmTran design is only 2 inches deep. Its precisely curved shape can seal much more tightly to the bus body. It's yet another weight reduction technique. And right there you've got the picture of what I will believe is a Genesis due to this big open gap right here. Looks like it has the destination sign option and of course high headroom, so that's right up my alley. Right here you have a view of the side panel and then 2 bus bodies. This one obviously being a rear engine and the one behind it being a Genesis. Now, this picture is my personal favorite out of the entire brochure. What you see here is a brand new AmTran RE body being lifted onto a chassis. This one has the destination sign spec, and I kind of feel like this was probably a Laidlaw bus. I mean, obviously I don't know that for sure, but based off of how it looks, that's going to be my guess. But just a really awesome picture, and this by itself made the brochure worth getting. Precision construction and more efficient heating. AmTran's construction engineers are constantly developing new techniques to make a better bus. In fact, we now employ a system during the body drop, right there, that uses special gauges and fixtures to make sure the body is perfectly aligned with the chassis. Every AmTran bus is assembled using this technique, giving you a square body at the front and rear ends of a perfect matchup with the axles. Why? Because a good snug fit means less ride vibration. We also re-engineered the heating system for maximum efficiency. With dozens of connections, conventional heating systems make trouble practically inevitable. So AmTran engineers have completely redesigned the heating system on all of our new bus models. And in locations where friction is at risk, we protect the hose with a metal sleeve, which greatly reduces the risk of hose damage. We've also changed the routing so that sharp bends are eliminated, along with the need for angled couplings. And flexible heater hose means less leakage. And here's more good news. As an option, we can attach heating units to the underside of passenger seats, not the floor, which makes cleaning much easier. Have we at AmTran been busy bees? Obviously, we've innovated, rethought, and improved a bus fleet that was already one of the finest in the industry. From quality materials and top-flight engineering to the very best assembly process imaginable, AmTran means excellence, and in that you can believe. Now on the back here, you've got the models. So obviously you've got the AmTran FE, the transit style bus that redefined the term and set the new standards featuring the integrated chassis and body. Then you have the AmTran RE, the first rear engine bus to combine the ease of maintenance with the safety features of a transit style front end. And then the AmTran Conventional, the workhorse of the industry, a conventional design relied upon by transportation managers worldwide. And then there's the AmTran Conventional. Interestingly enough, this one's got its mirrors folded in like they do with new buses sometimes. I just noticed that. But that's really cool. I can't read what name that says. It's something County Schools. And there's a number there. But anyways, this is what I grew up riding. I mean, not this exactly, but, you know, pretty similar to that. High headroom, no white roof and stuff. But, I mean, this right here, it just speaks to me, because that's 9 times out of 10 when I rode to school, aside from, you know, the first gens and the Bluebirds. But, and that was one of the reasons why I really wanted this brochure, was because at first I thought they were going to have factory photos of the updated AmTran body, when in reality they had the older, before the switch, so like the Ward body. I kind of feel like this was just old photos that they reused, especially since this right here is on here. I don't see a copyright date on here, so I don't know when exactly. But with it having the RE and the updated FE, it had to have at least been, you know, late 90s, because the RE came out for the 96 model year. And I'm not too sure when this version of the FE came out. But the whole point is AmTran, grew up with it. When I seen this brochure, obviously had to have it for my collection. But anyways, this video has been long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and yeah.